Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel. As I continue on my part series, the week that was college football history and review, the 1964 college football season. This is week number 7. I'll be talking about the games that were played during that week for October 31st, 1964. Week number 7. Here we go. Notre Dame, the number 2 team in the country, shut out and blew out Navy in Philadelphia 40-0. Rolling ever onward, Fighting Irish handed disappointing Navy its worst thrashing since Notre Dame's national champs delivered the same score in 1949. That's 1949. Even so, quarterback Roger Staubach was able to set Mitty's record with 19 completions for 455 yards from the shotgun offense, which helped protect his bad leg. Telling stats at game's end were Notre Dame's 6 touchdowns scored on 504 yards of total offense and 54 yards rushing turned in by injury-riddled Navy. Irish quarterback John Hewitt passed 10 for 17 for 274 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Jack Snow caught 2 touchdown passes, and halfback Nick Eddy went 74 yards to score a short first quarter pass. It had been a surprisingly long wait, but Notre Dame finally took over top spot in the AP poll for the first time since early in 1954. Number 8, Georgia Tech beat Duke by score 21-8. Blue Devils outgained Georgia Tech 371 yards to 270 yards as quarterback Scotty Glacken passed 24-38 for 263 yards, a touchdown. But Glacken's 3 interceptions helped halt first half drives at Georgia Tech 27, 23, and 27 yard lines. Meanwhile, engineer split T option runs sprung halfback Terry Haddock for first half touchdown spurts of 4 and 3 yards. Haddock's 55-yard return of second half kickoff positioned fullbacks Jeff Davis for touchdown and 21-0 lead. Late in the third quarter, Duke stopped Tech engines from fourth touchdown, and with Glacken throwing 34 yards from end zone to the end, Jim Scott. Blue went 99 yards to score. Quarter break with Glacken firing on fourth down to end Chuck Julius for 8 yards. So it's just sickening, said Coach Bill Murray, of Duke's inability to score. More sickening was start of 5-game losing streak by the Blue Devils of Duke that would cost them any shot at the ACC title and send them toward only their second losing season since 1946. It was a trend that would sink them to regular mediocrity and worse. Number 9, Louisiana State beat Mississippi by a score of 11-10, except for early 77-yard field goal drive led by hobbled Tigers quarterback Pat Screen. Mississippi controlled this game well into the fourth quarter, holding a 10-3 edge primarily on quarterback Jim Weatherly's 3-yard touchdown run in first quarter. Ole Miss stood to ice it with midfield possession as LSU punted from its goal line with 6 minutes left. Bengals guard Don Ellen smartly slammed Rebels special teams blocking into halfback Doug Cunningham, and Cunningham fumbled away punt at own 47-yard line. So quarterback Billy Ezel in for screen, flipped 19-yard impromptu touchdown pass to end Billy Masters. Although tight covering, Ole Miss defensive back Tommy Luke tipped LSU's 2-point pass in. Doug Moreau still caught winner from Ezel at the goal line flag. Number 1, Ohio State beat Iowa 21-19. The skews on both sides keyed near upset of number 1 Ohio State. The Buckeyes had back defensive back Steve Dreffer picked off pass by Hawkeyes quarterback Gary Snook on Gaines' first scrimmage play, returned it 36 yards for a touchdown. Iowa came back after 2 fumble recoveries to score on Snook's 2-yard run and his 30-yard pass to wide receiver Carl Newman. But outstanding linebacker Dwight Kelly blocked conversion, so Ohio State led 14-13 at halftime. Buckeyes quarterback Don Unverwerth nailed halfback Bo Rain with a 24-yard touchdown pass in the third quarter. Trailing 21-13 late, Iowa end Rich O'Hara made unbelievable diving catch of Snook's 4th and 11 bomb at Ohio State 12-yard line. Fullback Craig Norris vaulted over for a 1-yard touchdown on 4th down with 2 seconds left. On 2-point conversion rollout, Snook fooled everyone except Buckeyes defensive end Bill Sparrow, and Sparrow burst between the blockers to halt Snoop just 6 inches away from tying the game. Next, you had Purdue beat Illinois by a score of 26-14. With quarterback Bob Greasy hitting 7 passes in a row, Purdue went 60 and 55 yards to first quarter scores, added third touchdown early in the second quarter for a 20-0 lead. And Bob Hadrick caught one of Greasy's touchdowns, one of Hadrick's school record 8 catches in the game. Illinois forged back to trail by 6 points on quarterback Fred Castardo was passing, and fullback Jim Grabowski 2 touchdown runs. So with hopes of repeating as Big Ten champs fading in the last 2 minutes, Illinois gambled on 4th down. Pass from the end zone. Its failure was turned into Boilermakers halfback Randy Manier's 3rd touchdown run to wrap it up at 26-14. Next, number 5 Nebraska shut out Missouri 9-0. Big defensive plays spiced Big 8 battle and provided winning points as Nebraska defensive back Larry Wachtholz made shoestring tackle to prevent Missouri quarterback Gary Lane from dashing to a first quarter touchdown, and it forced the Tigers kicker Bill Bakes into his first miss among his long-range 3-point failures of 40, 50, and 51 yards. Lane also was stopped for no gain on 4th inches at Nebraska 21-yard line in the second quarter. Game remained scoreless early in the fourth quarter after the Mizzou defense led by linebacker Rich Bernson stopped Cornhuskers at Missouri 13-yard line. Lane dropped back to throw surprise bomb, but was dropped inches behind his own goal line by Huskers defensive end Langston Coleman for a 2-0 tally. Nebraska moved to Tigers' 37-yard line 7 minutes later. Huskers quarterback Bob Churchich shook off rush to 10 of Tigers defensive end Bud Abell and tossed past the halfback Kent McClellan, who raced a 37-yard touchdown. Nebraska tackle Larry Kramer paid touchdown roll by making a miraculous block. The pill-dripping tackler, defensive back Johnny Rowland, off McClellan. Next, Tulsa blew out Oklahoma State by a score of 61-14. Tulsa beat Oklahoma State 61-14. Magnificent Tulsa aerial combination of quarterback Jerry Rome, who had 488 yards passing, 4 touchdowns and interception, completed 34 of 43 passing, and N. Howard Twilley had 15 catches with 217 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. And Stern Hurricane defense dropped worst drubbing on Oklahoma State in the 46-game series history. The big win also launched a 6-game winning streak for Tulsa. Texas Christian beat Baylor by a score of 17-14. Washington beat Southern California by a score of 14-13. USC played solid ball in the first half with 2 touchdown lead as quarterback Craig Fertig opened, scoring by zipping 8-yard touchdown pass to halfback Rod Sherman just beyond fingertips of Huskies defensive back Mason Mitchell. Washington made several bad judgments on 4th down, including guard punter Rick Redmond's second quarter pass and completion out of punt formation from his own 46-yard line. Southern California scored in 6 plays, but Huskies defensive end Jim Sampson blocked field goal, pressured extra point try into miss USC end Fred Hill caught school record 11 catches for 112 yards. And tailback Mike Garrett rushed for 122 yards as Trojans clung to a 13-0 lead in Rose Bowl hopes as they entered the 4th quarter. Previously injured 3rd-string Huskies quarterback Todd Hullen was pressed into action in the second half and fired up Washington's stalled attack. Hullen found halfback Charlie Browning for 3 completions on a 77-yard touchdown drive, including Browning's 8-yard scoring catch. Washington fullback Jeff Jordan powered over from 1-yard line after halfback Steve Bramwell returned punt 10 yards to Trojans 47 yards. Halfback kicker Rod Medved kick conversion. You realize, said Coach Jim Owens after this, that this will actually rank as one of the all-time great comebacks in Washington history. Next, Stanford upset number 7 Oregon 10-8. Important. With AAW race and scramble, the Ducks placed their bitter rival Oregon State in the Rose Bowl contention. Future New York Giants coach halfback Ray Handley put plucky Stanford ahead 7-0 with a 5-yard run in the third quarter. Later in the third quarter, halfback defensive back Les Palm provided Ducks with a 40-yard interception return, which fullback Dick Wynn quickly converted with a 1-yard touchdown run. Ailing quarterback Bob Berry quickly put Oregon ahead by 8-7 with a 2-point pass to end Ray Palm. Ducks tried to punt out of danger in late going, but a short punt traveled only to their 39-yard line. Now Stanford took over, drove to the 10-yard line to set up kicker Braden Beck's winning 27-yard field goal that came with 13 seconds to go. Finally, Oregon State beat Washington State 24-7. Halloween powers often were thrust upon schools clad in orange and black on October 31, 31st, and Saturdays. But Washington State, wearing its crimson, nearly upset pumpkin cart, as Oregon State won its 6th straight since season opening loss, but needed a quick start to swat Cougars. Gifted Beavers quarterback Paul Brothers, who went most of the way with bruised ribs, courageously blended effective quarterback keepers with his short passing game to 14-7 halftime advantage. Brothers threw 19-yard touchdown pass to halfback Doug McDougal, scored on a 12-yard run on Oregon State's opening 2 possessions. In between, Wazoo workhorse halfback Clarence Williams scored on a 2-yard run, which was a small part of his 172 yards rushing and 31 carries total. Adjustments by Cougars defense completely stifled the Beavers in the second half and kept score at 14-7 until a charge in the last 2 minutes created Oregon State kicker Steve Clark's 26-yard field goal. Halfback Marv Proston laid on late touchdown plunge. So that concludes a look at the week that was college football history review, the 1964 college football season, the week that was, the games that were played on October 31st, 1964. So let's look at the AP poll as of November 2nd. Number 1 was Notre Dame was number 1. Number 2 was Ohio State. Number 3 was Alabama. Number 4 was Arkansas. Number 5 was Nebraska. Number 6 was Texas. Number 7 was Georgia Tech. Number 8 was Louisiana State. Number 9, Florida. And number 10, Purdue. So that concludes look at the week that was college football history review, the 1964 college football season, the games that were played during week 7 of October 31st, 1964. Please like and subscribe to the channel whenever you check out the video and this channel in general. I think we appreciate it. Please subscribe, like, and comment on the video. When you get a chance, I'll do a video of this magnitude tomorrow. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.